All right, what's up, guys? We're here in the hot box. Not gonna lie, yesterday we were supposed to do a isolation on the IQ after we did the decarb. We never got to it. So today we're gonna squeeze that in, do the same rosin that we have. It was 7.5 grams here. Actually, we're going to take it over to the scale, just make sure that it's 7.5 grams, just make sure exactly what it is. We just come off the lake. It was really busy out there today. We have desert storm happening here in Lake Havasu. Okay, so it zeroed it out, threw that on there. So yeah, 7.3 grams of rosin here. You can see that brick there. Desert storm happening in Lake Havasu. They have these big badass boats with trailers that are enormous. The whole deal's pretty dope what they got working. They come out here and do a poker run. Everybody goes out on the lake and whatnot. So we just got back and we're gonna get this isolate done because we promised you guys we were gonna do it. Basically, I'm wrapping this, the rosin in a 15 micron 6-inch sheet. You can see I like to fold it over in thirds, so I have this folded in, put in there. I fold it over once, twice, and then I fold the other sheets over the back way like this. And that's the exact size to fit into our 14 gram, 37 micron bag. It's really my little formula for isolation. It works really good. And then what I do is I slip it into the bottom of the bag and then I flip this over and then we're gonna cut off the excess of the bag. You know, you've seen me do the same amount of rosin, but isolated in a larger brick. It's a smaller brick. We're gonna try to get a little thicker piece out this time. We've been getting about a 60% return back in isolate. So what we're gonna do for the IQ is we're gonna raise the plates so it's closer together. Guys, what we're gonna do from this point is we're gonna go over to our master extractor screen. We're gonna get the size that we're actually putting in there so it can do the calculation for us and give us the exact isolate, because that's the key to it. We don't wanna put too much pressure on it. So we take our ruler, we're gonna measure it across. It's about 1 inch. We're gonna measure it this way. It's about 2.5 inches. We're gonna take our parchment paper. I like to double this part up when I'm doing isolate, guys. So I take 2 pieces of parchment. I fold it over. I like to put the folds up, as you guys know. You watched me do this before. Okay, get that the right size there. Fold this over. I'll put it between both of them here, and I'll put it not all the way to the back, but close to the back. I'm leaving some room for the oil to escape and run off so it can leave the THCA, the isolate there. So I had a 1 inch by 2.5 inch size. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put that in so that measures my surface area. I only had one of those bags that I'm putting in. Then I'm gonna come over to the isolate mode, or the ramp mode. I'm gonna hit isolate here. It just automatically puts these settings in. Except I'm gonna just raise this to 160 degrees. I'm gonna leave all the pressures, everything else the same. And then I'm gonna go ahead and hit, as soon as I get one more piece of parchment for between the plates here. It goes in there. This is my isolate here. It's going to go in here. Okay, so what's happening is the start temperature is 100 degrees, so it's waiting until the plates heat up to that start temperature, and then it's going to proceed to the target material PSI of 100 material PSI, and it's going to apply that pressure, and then it will gradually ramp up the pressure to 120 material PSI, and it'll ramp up the temperature to 160 degrees. And that will give us a first run of a clean for our isolates. We've been putting them in a second time, just cleaned them up a little bit more, but that 25-minute run will give us a nice clean run though. So it's right in the plates now. And like I said, we're just waiting for the plates to heat up. You can see the bottom plate is there. The top plate is getting real close. And then, so now the units went ahead and started, because the temperatures have reached its target temp. You can see these are the actual, what's going on down here. So you can see as soon as it starts to build pressure, it'll show down there in the bottom left. There it is. All right, so at this point it's build pressure to 100 material PSI. The timer started to click off, and like I said, it'll start ramping up, and it'll ramp all the way up to the end pressure and temperature that we have set for it. And it's been making some amazing isolate. Let me show you some that's over here now. That's a batch we made yesterday or the day before with it. It's really on point. If you guys never tried solventless isolate, it is a must. It is unbelievable. It's a hell of a run. Just Eddie over here. How you feeling? Oh shit. All right, we'll come back in about 20 something minutes, you guys. Stay tuned. Okay, so you pull it out of the chingadingus, and we use a pair of scissors to get into it. That's cutting past the bag. You can see that the screen did most of the oil retention. Some came off here onto the parchment. This is a refinement process. What we're gonna do is, it should have been a little higher. What we're gonna do is stick this back in for another round. So while we're doing that, we're gonna get this so it's cooling down. If you bring the plates apart, the fan cools it down a little quicker. The air flows across the plates a little faster. So I like to do that. You can see what we have here so far. And we're just gonna basically stick it in another screen. Let it cool down just for a second. We're sticking another screen and back in another piece of parchment. Stick it back in there, and we're gonna do it for, let this cool down. We're gonna do it for another cycle, except we're going to go up to 140 material PSI at the end of the ramp, and then we're gonna go up to probably 170 in temperature. So stay tuned on it. So we're gonna stick this back in for another round of refinement. We're gonna go ahead and put it in a new 6-inch 15 micron square. Be real careful with it at this point. Stick it right in the center of that guy. Wrap it up. Slide it in a new 14-gram micron bag. Making it look way harder than it is. Stick it all the way down at the bottom there. Let's fold this over here, trim off the excess. Stick that back in our parchment paper. Okay, now over here we're going to start it at we'll start at 110. So we'll go back over to the ramp mode. We'll leave it on the same surface area. Okay guys, the timer's ended. This is our second run on this. See what we got here. See if it should be getting a little cleaner. Looks like it might be. You can see the bag's a lot cleaner on the second run here. Looks a lot cleaner. We're gonna go and let it sit here in this collection plate and cool off. A little left on that, and we'll see what we got here. Just a second, so stay tuned. Okay guys, so here we go. Now what we can do is we can put it back in. We can go hotter. We can go all the way up to 200 degrees. We can bring the pressure up even more. Yields will diminish even less, but it'll purify what we have. When we tested this last week, doing the same sort of process, we were 91% total THC. It was 87% THCA, and then it had activated THC in it, about 4%, 4.5%. But that's what it consisted of when we ran it through the test machine last week. If you've never tried it, the proof is in trying it. Holy shit, it's amazing. Really easy to go ahead and put this product in a decarb capsule and make coffee with it. got a video coming out, Chronic Kitchen video coming out, where Isabella made an espresso with the diamonds. And I mean, man, she felt it for 2 days. So really good. You can make some great stuff with it. And it's really, a lot of the taste goes away, taste, odor, smell. So that's what's really unique about the product. And it's a completely different feeling. So lasts a lot longer. It has several different stages to the feeling. Really great product. I would highly recommend it. It does take a lot of the oils, fats, and lipids out of the actual THCA. And like I said, 86%, 87% of what you see there is total THCA isolate. So, and then it's total 91%-ish THC. So solventless isolate, it's that easy. Stick it in the IQ, hit a button. You know, you have to have the right material and everything else, but that's really the process. So stay tuned. A lot more videos to come on this unit. You know, it's really expanded the boundaries on what we can do with solventless products. We love it. Love how it holds the pressure and keeps everything stable and makes everything right. Also, notice on this machine, before I let you guys go, is the decarb mode that Zach's added to the actual machine now. Absolutely marvelous, the work that they've done, Daniel and Zach, on this, the back-end engineers on this machine. It is just absolute work of art. Really a great machine. I'm sure the first group of customers are starting to get them now. I look forward to hearing their feedback. Anyway, like, subscribe, hit the bell. Until next time. Thanks, guys.